Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to go ahead and show you all how you can go ahead and add charts to your Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. So those of you that have used Microsoft Excel, I'm sure you're familiar with charts, and PowerPoint essentially has the exact same version of the charts that you use in Excel built right into PowerPoint. So if you want to go ahead and add a chart to any one of our slides, let's go ahead and try it. There's two different ways that we can do it. So the first way that we can do it, let's go ahead and add a new slide. So let's come up here to new slide. Over here to title and content. And now you see we have this new slide where we can actually come in and we can choose from any one of these options here on our content section. So we have options like adding in pictures, adding in videos, but there is also this option right here where we can add in the chart. So once we click it, these are the different options that we have available to us. We have things like columns. If you've built out templates for charts, that should be available here, but these are all the different charts that you can select from. So let's go ahead and select a column chart. And now you can see it went ahead and gave us this little mini embed thing here that looks essentially what it is. It's just the same view that you would see on Excel. So what we need to do now is we have to go ahead and build out our chart. So if you're taking a look at this, you can see over here on the left side within column A, you see the different categories. And the categories are listed here. Category 1, Category 2, Category 3, Category 4. And off here, under the B, C, and D columns, you have Series 1, Series 2, and Series 3. So let's go ahead and start editing this, and we'll see if we can go ahead and build out something similar to what we have done for our past few videos when we were working on tables. So let's go ahead and build out a mini budget sheet here. So let's do bills, or I'm sorry, not bills. Let's do mortgage. I know how to spell. Food. Pet expenses. And last one should be hobbies. Okay, so now if you look over here, you can see that the options have now changed here at the bottom. So now we have our different categories. We have it broken down by mortgage, and then within mortgage, we have the different series within mortgage. So it would make sense for us to put these, if we're doing a budget sheet, to have it broken down by month or by year or by week, however you want to do it. But the cadence that we're going to use is by month. So let's do January. And February and March. Okay, and now what we need to do is we have to go ahead and we have to start adding in the different values for these months. So for us, let's just say mortgage is $1,000 a month. And we're going to go ahead and drag it over so that we have the same value for every month. Over here for food, we'll just say 500. We'll keep it the same for all 3 months. Pet expenses, we'll just let this vary a little bit. We'll put 40, 50, and 40 again. And now hobbies, let's just say we give ourselves a $100 budget per month for hobbies. Come on, cursor. There we go. All right, so now you can see, now that we've had these updated, mortgage is obviously going to be the biggest chunk of our budget every month, but then you see it's also broken down by food and pet expenses and hobbies. We could also expand out this table if we wanted to give ourselves another column. So if I come over here and I just add in April, you can now see if I go ahead and drag it over one more time. Okay, so we went ahead and added in another month. So we can just do the same thing over here and do the same thing over here. And then for hobby. All right, and you could do the same thing as well if you wanted to add in additional categories besides mortgage, food, pet expenses, and hobbies. So that's easy to do. Just by same thing, you could just come down here and make it bigger or smaller. You could remove columns as well if you need to. All right, and we also have the ability where we could go ahead and change how our data is being displayed. So let's go ahead and switch the row and the column. Okay, so you can now see it's now broken down by month. So within each, before we go back and change it again, we had mortgage, and then within mortgage, we had the different months, and then we had the different months at the bottom. Now, if we go ahead and select switch row/column, you can see it went ahead and did the opposite. So now we have it broken down by month, and then for the months, this is the view that I would prefer, because then I could look at the months and I could see which of these categories is taking up the biggest chunk of our budget for that month. So that is how you're actually able to switch the two. And that is really how you're able to go in, and you can go ahead and you can change the or add in your chart, and then you can go ahead and edit the data for the chart. And if you would like to change the chart type, there is an option right here called change chart type. And if you go ahead and select it, you can come over here and you could change it. Maybe you want it to be a line, or you want it to be a pie chart, or a bar graph. So you can make those changes as needed.